Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this live video. My name is Jolette Dars. I am a certified nutritionist, personal trainer, and just a passionate person who loves to help people in their healthy journeys and make people healthier. I have a lot of clients who successfully accomplished my coaching, and they're happy right now and everything is going great. And pretty much it's like a university. When I'm coaching, I just like, to teach everything, not to hide anything from my clients, not to leave something behind so they can come back to me because something they don't understand in their life, or, you know, in nutrition in particular, but also coaching mindset. We work a lot on our limited belief systems and our body image, the love for yourself, of course, because we need to love ourselves. Otherwise, nobody will, right? First, we need to love ourselves, and then everybody else will love us. So, before I jump into our topic, and the topic of this live video is can I eat anything I want while I'm still losing weight? It's a very interesting topic, I think very hot topic right now. A lot of people are advertising such thing as if it fits your macros, and the flexible dieting. But it's a top flexible dieting on its own. It's a different topic. So I can talk about it hours, but I want to keep this, live video very short and on point. So if you would like to learn more about nutrition, about fitness and mindset, you can subscribe to my membership site. You have 1 week of a free trial, so you can see if you like it. And then I think it's like $23 per month, which is quite affordable. And I'm putting new videos every week. So in my website, you will find full library of exercises, different exercises, home exercises, how to properly execute the form while you're exercising. Because remember, the form comes first, and then anything else. How to feel your body better and how to achieve faster results in a way. I have nutrition videos where I also talk about recent studies and researches. And, I just love it because I love to read scientific papers. And then I just love to put that put those words in a very, very easy and digestible way so people can understand, because this is what I'm passionate about. And not all people, sitting behind the computer and trying to research the latest review or peer review study on a particular topic, right? And I'm putting a lot of videos also about mindset, about meditation, about how to practical advice, how to start meditation, my own personal journey, and many live videos as well, workouts with my clients and interviews. So if you also, by the way, I have a course, a nutritional course, where I explain basically in I don't remember how many videos are there. Something around like 10-ish, 12 maybe, um, where I talk about nutrition and from A to basically Z, what carbohydrates are, proteins and fats, why do we need it, how to also calculate. And in that course, you will also find a pretty much amazing Excel spreadsheet where you can just enter your weight and your desired weight, and it will adjust the calories for you. So it's a quite cool course. Also, I have a lot of recipes on my website, like healthy recipes, so you can go there and subscribe. So without further ado, let's just jump into our topic, and it's eating everything you want on a diet. Is it possible? So, technically speaking, yes, it's possible because if we just talk about numbers and calculations, you will lose weight on a calorie deficit. And really doesn't matter where this deficit is coming from. It literally could be burgers and chocolates and anything, outside of understanding of a normal or a quote unquote healthy diet. So, yes, the answer is yes, you can. But now let me show you the opposite side of I can eat anything I want on a diet while still losing weight. First of all, we have essential macronutrients that our body needs. Those nutrients are carbohydrates, protein, and fats. So carbohydrates, particularly, our body uses as a source of energy, and we not only need energy to just move around and do our activity, but we also need energy for cognitive processes. We need energy for our brain. Neuroplasticity is something that occurs, and it needs a lot of energy. Believe me, when you are thinking, rational thinking, when you're trying to make decisions, your brain uses a lot of energy, and it's a lot. So carbohydrates are essential. Now, the amount of carbohydrates, of course, will vary because some people are working out super intensively. Some people just have very dynamic job when they have to move around. Some people just have a sedentary lifestyle, and that's where you can adjust the amount of carbohydrates. But in any way, you can have more carbohydrates in your diet, for example, less fats, and a proper amount of protein. It's really like a preference, depends on your individual goals, of course. Now, protein is essential. And when I hear something like, oh, like you don't need to eat a lot of protein, well, like let's define a lot. Like, what is a lot? So there are so many studies. Oh, and another factor, when people say like a lot of protein will damage your kidneys and da 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 da, you will rotten in your stomach. You know, it's all debunked already. There are a lot of studies by Jose. I think his name is Jose Antonio, if I'm not mistaken. So he's particularly researching um, high protein diets, and he put people on like super pooper high protein, and nothing happened to them. Their health markers were amazing. They were healthy. Their kidney didn't fail. So protein is not something that you should avoid, and protein is everything. We are made of protein. Our hair, beautiful hair, our skin, our organs, hormones, and proteins. Amino acids. Some amino acids are signaling different types of hormones and releasing hormones that is quite is it's a quite you know difficult maybe system to understand if you actually want to like dig deep into this topic. But generally speaking, you don't have a storage of protein, so you do need to eat protein. Now again, it depends on the person, uh, on weight, on the goal. People who are more athletic and they're looking, to build muscles, they need a little bit more protein. People who are like general population who just want to, look good and maintain a healthy processes in their bodies. Of course, they don't need like that amount of protein that, let's say, bodybuilders are eating, or people who rely heavily on protein source. So protein is essential. Remember that. It should be written somewhere on your sticky note, and you need to wake up and see protein is essential. I need to eat protein. Um, If you want to have a beautiful, let's say if we're just talking about, because many people, they don't care about their health, they're like, whatever, I just want to have six pack, which I'm not a judge for it, whatever, but your body won't look beautiful if you're not putting enough and good macronutrients inside of your tent. Okay, so fats are also essential. Now, based off the individual again, and you can see I'm using a lot of individual term because it is individual. So any fat diet out there may not work for everyone. So fats, uh, typically, let's say for me, I use less fat in my diet and more carbohydrates, but I also change it over time. So I want to stay metabolically flexible. So I want my body to know how to use fat as a fuel source and carbohydrates. So I don't want to shift it to any of the directions. And fats are also essential for hormone production and producing hormones, also for our internal organs, for neurons. So those three micronutrients are essential for us. Don't forget. Now, that was like the introduction of what you can um, feed in your diet, right? In terms of eating everything you want on your diet. So just make sure that your protein is on point. Now, in every human being body, we have something that we call a default system. We have default system for our brain. We have default system for our gut flora. And when we're born, of course, we have a pretty well, depends on the diet that our parents are feeding us, but we basically have a default system that is set in a way like that won't harm us, right? While we're growing up, we discover chocolate, we discover chicken wings, we discover French fries and stuff like that. So that kind of messes us up. Now, your brain is also kind of an organ that will seek for a faster energy source. With that being said, if you start feeding your brain or yourself and you start eating something very high sugar, like for example, very unbalanced diet, of course your brain will seek it more, right? It's like you're giving, I don't know, you're giving a cigarette to a person who just quit smoking. Of course he will want it, like, duh, So we're kind of like messing ourselves up without any help. Just, yeah, sure, let me eat this. And I'm fascinating when I hear something like when people say, oh, like, I don't want to eat that, I want to eat that. Well, you are doing it for yourself, right? And we all know what we should and what we should not eat. But for some magical reason, we resist it. And that's where all imbalances come into play. When you stress, you start stress eating, right? Because you're already not providing your body with a correct and nutritious food. So of course, your body will seek something like sugary, for example, like high sugar, very sweet stuff, because it wants a little bit of dopamine. It wants a little bit of happiness, just like right now. Like I want it now. And that's where the default system is going like high wired in is just like waves of insulin spikes and then drops, spikes, drops. And pretty much your body won't say thank you for that because all the internal processes depend on on the nutrition that you are providing it with. Okay. So yes, you can feed stuff in your diet, but everything should be in moderation. And let me back up here. When I started, let's say, coaching my clients, I will always hear something, oh, I'm like I'm a sweet tooth person. Like I love sweets. I can't live without it. Like I can't even imagine my life without it. Like I'm dreaming about sweets. When you reset your default mode to the proper setting, you won't even need to eat protein. I'm sorry, sweets, because your body won't send you any signals like, hey, I need something. You provide with enough protein, let's say in fats, and then carbohydrates are supplemental. And we have all different receptors, but when your body senses, and your gut in particular sends the signal to your brain, when it senses that we have received enough protein, amino acids, and fats, that's where the hunger signals kind of like um, dropping, and your body feels amazing, and it's like, okay, so we are good. Supplementing with of course vegetables. Different people have some sort of like IBS syndromes, and different stuff where you need to actually kind of like avoid certain vegetables type. But in general, if you have with your meal green leafy vegetables, you have protein, you have good fats, that will be enough. Your body will go to the mode where it feels amazing, and it won't set you up with like, how about another candy bar? That sounds amazing, right? You won't even need it. Like I guarantee you, once the nutrition is on point, and it doesn't have to be bland. Like I'm eating burgers, I'm eating pizzas that I make in my home, because I know how to kind of like swap certain products, certain foods, let's say, to and create a healthier version of it. So um, pretty much, I would say, if you want to feed something in your diet, you can do it. And now I'm going to show you how. So the next thing that we're going to discuss here is how to calculate calories. Uh, Easy. You can purchase my nutritional course, where you're gonna find an attachment, and that's a beautiful attachment because this is from like the closed source. You won't find it anywhere in internet. Another way is just go Google and find a Mifflin. Oh, I forgot the name of it. Mifflin jar, something Mifflin formula. Okay, and that's base of studies. That's actually the best formula so far for just individual use, not once, but like for yourself, not for the group. So because a lot of studies, they actually use the group setting to determine what kind of formula is actually closer to the truth. Now you have your calories. Insert your weight, height, activity level. Um, what else they have? Some That formula also has exercise calories, like exercise energy. So you can do that, but like be super modest with that, because that's not 600 calories, okay? Like all people think. So you have your calories right now. You download the app, for example, and I think it's the best way of how you can, especially in the beginning, manage your diet and know if you're overeating, if or you're under eating. That's also the case. And now let's say you have 1500 calories. So pretty much you have, for example, 4 meals a day. You're eating 4 meals a day. Now, three of those meals are pretty much quote unquote healthy feeds, of healthy meals, um, whole food meals, for instance. And now you have a window for one meal. You can, again, you can adjust. You can skip the breakfast, so you can kind of like leave more calories for the meal that you want to fit in. My personal advice: don't do it every day. You can fit certain foods every day in your lifestyle, something like chocolate, for example, like one piece of chocolate, not one bar. But a more complex meal, like a burger, for example, and French fries, I would say just if you want it, have it once a week, maybe twice a week, right? But fit it into your calorie range, right? So you know that you're not overeating. Why? Well, people sometimes say like, "Oh, just one cheat meal won't hurt." No, and I'll tell you why. Because we have different fractures of insulin, and when this fracture is like through the roof, very fast, and it's like the last step of it, yes, you can store fat right away. So one cheat meal actually can hurt you. That's why that's why like I am not using cheat meals for my clients, just because after only 1 week, and this is what I'm seeing, they're like, I don't want anything. Like, I love what you showed me. I love the meal plan that you showed me, and I really don't even want to eat anything else, you know. So, but if they go on a birthday party, for example, or they've been invited to a barbecue, if they want, they can, eat something. But that's the beauty of it. They won't eat a whole bunch of it and then a friend's plate and then your neighbor's plate, and go crazy. They just like taste it, like, oh, okay, that's good. Like a little bit of something won't hurt, of course. Just be very careful with the portion size, right? If it's, just remember, if it's a lot and you feel like it's not already feeding into your stomach, but you're still eating, stop. Drink a glass of water before eating, just because our body sometimes mistaking the signal for thirst, and that can enhance a hunger signal, and we're like, oh, I'm hungry, but meanwhile you're just thirsty. Okay, so in conclusion, let's summarize this. Can you feed everything in your diet while you're losing weight? Yes, of course you can. You have your calorie window, play with this. But don't, like, remember, don't forget that you can pretty much set yourself up with a very unpleasant feeling of cravings, imbalanced hormones, mood swings, bad sleep, low energy, just because you are feeding everything that you want in your diet, you know? So there is no other way. Like, literally, there is no shortcut. And when you love your body, when you're putting nutritious meals in your body will love you and will pay you back with amazing mood, with proper hormone function, with I don't know, even relationships. Like, even relationships, they can be affected by you eating unhealthy. Yes, mood swings, right? Uncontrollable, like anger, for example. So you can fit everything you want in your diet. My personal advice: try to minimize everything that is not nutritious, and you know what it is, right? Very much, if you looking at fried food, I think you know that it's not good, right? At least in huge amount. You can have one, two pieces, that's it. Have your piece, a moment of happiness, but not a full bowl of it, in your face. So thank you so much for watching. I hope it was very helpful. Let me see if we have any questions here. No, we don't. Okay. So guys, if you want me to make any videos for you, because I love doing it, as you see, please just comment down below, and I will include all links for you in the description for this video. And I want to wish you to have amazing day. uh, Keep up with positive thinking. Everything will be amazing and fantastic. Smile, that's another thing, is a smile therapy. Just look at yourself in the mirror and smile, because the person will smile you back, right? something that we don't see a lot in our world right now, unfortunately. But if you want to be a change first, and then everyone around you will change as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you my good energy and positive vibes. I love you all, and until the next time.